Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the middle of December 2018. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, this show is going to be football, basketball, and Christmas lights. We'll get you up to date on the Panthers and the Pantherette basketball games that were played last week. And, of course, go to the Panthers Den to see the highlights of the Region 1 FUIL championship game with SLCarroll. And let's just go do that right now.
It's fall, it's Texas, it's Duncanville. Time for the high school football and time for the Panther Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News, which highlights of last week's Duncanville Panther football game and a preview of this week's game. The Panthers Den Show is brought to us by Jane's Memorial Chapel, Leon Miller Commercial Properties, Todd and Jerry at Fry Integra Insurance Services, John and Janelle at Pope Financial Services of Raymond James and Associates, Ben Franklin Apothecary and Kitchens Deli, Chubby's Family Restaurants, Rick and Jamie at Ben Franklin Plumbing, and now, in the Panthers Den, here's John.
On a cold, wet Saturday afternoon, 2 hours from the house, the Panthers met SLCarroll for the FUIL Region 1 Championship at the Ford Center in Frisco. Captains Jaquindon, DeBraylon, Chris Thompson, and Trishawn reenact the coin toss, win it, and defer. So we'll kick off to start out this playoff game. Victor kicks off to the 5, and Ennis Rakestraw and Jermel Bryant force the Dragon returner out of bounds at the 20. On second down and 2, the play netted 47 yards to the Panther 25. But on plays like this by Charleston Chaddock and Kamari Kinney, the Dragons are forced to a field goal attempt. That's no good. So the Panthers have the ball. But they're 3 and out, and Anthony Cruz kicks it higher than he did long, 29 yards to midfield. But due to plays like this by Kamara and Chris on defense, here's another angle. A couple of pretty good hits on the quarterback as he passes and on the receiver as he catches, forcing another punt. Jaquindon goes for 14 yards to midfield. Then completes 2 passes to Geisy. This one for 8 yards to the Dragon 39. And on a first down, this screen pass to Roderick Daniels Jr. goes for 13 yards and a first down at the Dragon 26. At the 15, Jaquinton, but no one's open, so he just takes it in himself. Touchdown. Victor adds the PAT. So, as you can see from this made-up scoreboard, The Panthers lead 7-0 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. After the ensuing kickoff, the Dragons complete this pass for 12 yards and a first down to their own 37 to end the first quarter with the score Panthers 7 and SLCarroll nothing.
Leon Miller Commercial Properties is a proud sponsor of the Panthers Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News, as he enjoys helping to promote our DHS athletes as no one else does. Leon owns office and retail space in the heart of Duncanville on Main Street. If you are looking for convenient, accessible, and well-kept space for rent, call Leon at 972-709-7181. He will fix you up.
The Dragons ran 7 plays before having 4th and 7 at the Panther 17, and this field goal attempt is also no good. So 2 minutes into the second quarter, it's still 7-0 Panthers. The fourth play after taking over, Jaquindon goes for 15 yards to midfield, and then Jaquindon to Roderick for 26 yards. Four plays later, Jaquindon takes it to the house from the 9. Pretty much untouched. Here's another angle. Victor adds the PAT. So with 5 minutes left in the second quarter, it's 14-0 Panthers. After the ensuing touchback kickoff, Charleston sacks the quarterback. Then, on 3rd and 24 at the Dragon 11, Anthony Cruz pick 6. Here's another angle. The PAT was no good, so with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half, it's now 20-0 Panthers. After the ensuing touchback kickoff, the Dragons have 2nd and 6 at their 29 and complete this 53-yard pass over Ennis Rakestraw to the Panther 18. And then 2 plays later from the 16, the Dragon receiver makes a great catch over Stacy Brown for the touchdown. The PAT was good. So now it's 20-7 Panthers with 2:10 left in the first half. On the fourth play after the ensuing kickoff, Jaquindon, when he can't find a receiver, goes for 30 to the Dragon 27. Guys, he gets 7. And Traston gets 8 to the 10-yard line. Jaquindon to Roderick Daniels Jr. for the last 10. Touchdown. Victor hits the PAT. So now it's 27-7 Panthers at the half.
Chubby's Family Restaurant on Cockrell Hill at Skyline is your full-service restaurant for Duncanville. Open from 6 to 9, Monday through Thursdays, till 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays. They feature traditional American cuisine. They offer takeout and delivery and are one of the very best catering restaurants in the area. Call 972-298-1270 and find out for yourself.
A longtime sponsor of the Panthers Den Show on Duncanville Weekly News is Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, your punctual plumber. Rick and Jamie have been serving the plumbing needs for the Duncanville area since 1984. Remember, their slogan is, If there's any delay, it's you we pay. Make an appointment and be confident that they will be there on time. Call 972-298-6054 and see for yourself. That's Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
In the third quarter, after a touchback kickoff, Jaquindon passes to Gaese, who makes a diving catch for 18 yards. And then Jaquindon goes for 27 yards to the Dragon 32-yard line. A play later, it's Jaquindon to Roderick for 26 yards to the SLCarroll 6-yard line. Traston finishes this possession up the middle. Ring 'em up, ring 'em up, ring 'em up. Victor's PAT made it 34-7 Panthers, less than 3 minutes into the third quarter. A big play in this game came on the next Dragon possession after the ensuing kickoff. When they have third down and 11 at their own 45, they complete this pass, but a fumble at the goal line caused by Trayson and Stacy Brown questioned whether it was a touchdown or a fumble. After some discussion, it was ruled a fumble recovered by Trayshawn for the Panthers. The ball comes back to Duncanville. After a couple of Dragon penalties, Traston goes for 30 yards to the Carroll 21-yard line. Then 2 plays later, Jaquindon takes it right up the middle for the score. Victor made it 41-7 Panthers midway through the third. After the ensuing kickoff, the Dragons have 4th and 15 at their own 40 and go for it. And Fallon Scott intercepts and returns it back to the 21. But when the Panthers can't move it, Victor comes in and hits a 34-yard field goal to make it 44-7 with a little over 2 minutes left in the third quarter. After the ensuing kickoff, the Dragons have first down at their 39-yard line when yet another pick six. And it's Rakestraw. 53 yards to the house. Victor makes it 51-7 to end the third quarter.
Janes Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Janes Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Janes serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Janes Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
On the Dragons' next possession, they get to the Panther 40 and have a first down against the Panthers' reserve players and fumble forward, and J.D. Thursby recovers in the open to turn the ball back to the Panthers. Kareem Howard is in at quarterback, and he executes the coach's favorite play, takes a kneel. The clock is out. Final. Panthers 51 and SLCarroll Dragons 7. The Panthers advance to the FUIL State 6A Division I semifinals at AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World, next Saturday.
Hey, another thing is, we got to have a team meeting in the locker room. When we get back to the school, I need to ask y'all a question. I don't want nobody to just something we got to talk about it as a team. Hey, man, I'm proud of you. One down and one more to go. Yeah.
Each show and each game, we have a play of the week. And in the SLCarroll game, it happened late in the first half when Anthony Cruz gets a pick six, intercepting the Dragon pass and taking it 14 yards to the house to give the Panthers a 3-touchdown lead. And that's why it's the play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to us by the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James. For all your investment needs, call John at 972-780-0533 or come by 222 East Wheatland right here in Duncanville. It's the Pope Financial Group of Raymond James.
Also, we have a hit of the week, but we've never had hits of the week. 2 hits in one play. But it happened in the SLCarroll game, in the Region 1 Finals game, in the middle of the first quarter with no score when first Kamari nails the Dragon quarterback as he passes. Then Chris blasts the receiver to force another Dragon punt. And that's why it's the hit of the week.
The hit of the week is brought to us by Ben Franklin Apothecary, located at 302 North Main Street in the heart of downtown Duncanville. Shop for unique gifts, take care of any pharmaceutical needs, or enjoy lunch at Kitchen's Deli Sandwich Shop. Call 972-298-1147 or visit online for more information.
Next up, well, here's the details. The Texas FUIL State semifinal games. Region 1, Duncanville versus Region 2, Allen, will be at 4 o'clock this Saturday, December the 15th, at Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium. The winner will play for the state championship next week.
The District 8 6A standings are
Brought to us by Fry Integra Insurance Services. For home, auto, life, boat, RV, and or business coverage, Fry Integra is your best choice. Call Todd or Jerry at 972-296-9786 or drop by the office at 214 South Main Street, Suite 101C. You'll be glad you did.
Well, the Panther and the Pantherette basketball teams are into their season, and here's how they did last week. Before the Panther game Tuesday night, 4 of the 5 Hall of Honor inductees were introduced to the crowd. This was the only doubleheader the Panthers and Pantherettes have this year, and the Panthers, of course, played Dallas Kimball, and it was 2 minutes into the game before the Panthers score when Micah feeds Damon in the lane. And then 3 minutes later, Jemias nails a 3-point shot to trail by 7 after 1 quarter. And then in the second, Micah's basket put the Panthers ahead of the Knights. And then the Knights got stuck on 18 for a long time. Micah gets a 2 and 1, and at the half, the Panthers lead by 5. In the third, Roberts' shot is put back by Micah. 4 straight 3-point goals, 1 by Damon, 1 by Jabriant, and 2 by Jemias. Gave the Panthers an 11-point lead after 3. Jemias scores again in the fourth quarter on a drive. Kimball gets a 3-point shot to just beat the buzzer. But the final is final. Panthers 62 and the Knights 52. Jemias had 17, Micah 14. Jabriant had 12 as the Panthers are now 5-5 on the season. On the weekend, the Panthers participated in the Cypress Fairbanks Education Foundation Houston Methodist Cy Hoops Invitational and expected to play 5 games there. On Thursday, they played and beat Cypress Park 68-35 with Micah scoring 18 to lead the Panthers. Then on Friday, they lost to Cypress Springs 76-66. Again, Micah led the scores with 19 points. Later on Friday, they played Spring, Texas, and won on a last-second shot, 66-65. Micah had 22. Damon 13, and Robert and Derek had 12 apiece. Due to weather conditions and some teams leaving the tournament early, that was it. The Panthers are now 7-6 on the season. Tuesday night, as the first game of the only doubleheader with the Panthers of the season, the Pantherettes hosted the Cedar Hill Lady Longhorns from a school too close to Duncanville, so the FUIL moved Duncanville to Richardson. In the first quarter, Hannah hits a rainbow and scores all 7 Pantherette first quarter points. Angel hits a shot from behind that arc on the floor, and then later hits another one. Just before the half, Angel gets called for a foul on a flop, and Coach Self Morgan wonders. And at the half, it's 25-22 Pantherettes. In the third, Angel, rainbow. Then Nye hits a runner. Deja K. 2 and 1. After 3, the Pantherettes' lead is still 3. In the fourth, Deja K stops and pops. And Hannah works underneath for 2 and 1. Up by 3 with a minute left. Deja K hits a couple of free throws. Final, Pantherettes 48 and Cedar Hill 45. Deja K had 17. Hannah had 16. The Pantherettes are now 14-3. The Pantherettes opened district play Friday night in Richardson, and the Lady Eagles thought they were ready, and Deja K scores early. And Angel scores on a break. Naya scores on almost the same pattern. Then hits a three-point shot. And it's tied at 15 after 1. On an inbounds play, Angel passes into Naya, who passes over the rim to Zaria for the lay-in. Kayla scores on a break and draws a foul in the act. And at the half, the Pantherettes lead by 8. Naya opens the second half with a basket in the lane. Then hits a three-point shot. A rainbow. The Lady Eagles went around 4 minutes into the third quarter without a score as the Pantherettes were pulling away, thanks in part to this three-point shot by Kiera. And after 3, it's a 9-point lead. The Pantherettes, thanks in part to Kinley, who scores in the lane, pulled away in the fourth as Kinley scores again. 72-52 Pantherettes. 5 players were in double figures, and the Pantherettes are now 1-0 in district play. We'll be back on or before December the 18th with the FUIL's semifinal game with Allen and updates on the Panthers and the Pantherettes. As we close, let's see some Christmas lights from around the City of Champions. and we'll be back December 18th.